I loved our defense. I really did. This team has been averaging over 130 for the past 3 or 4 games. Our guys' ability to sit down and guard, take the game plan, and execute it the right way. The energy, the spirit, the joy that these guys played with tonight was fun to watch and be a part of for them.
You mentioned, Jamal, how well they've been playing. You guys obviously they had 28 points in the first half of the second quarter. It seemed like, well, what was working so well to slow them down?
You know, like I said, I'm proud of the way our guys defended. You know, we took that as that's the first priority. That's who we are, a defensive team that can get out and run and create opportunities because of our defense. And, you know, just being able to be physical on the ball without fouling. Obviously, we'll have to clean up some of the silly fouls, but our ability to guard the right way, make it tough on them, contest all shots, keep them off the three-point line. This is a team that had been coming in shooting, you know, 47-something threes per game. So just to limit them to that and get them into our ranges was what we tried to do.
Do you have any update on Colin?
No, just a left growing strain, and we'll evaluate him when he gets back to Orlando tomorrow.
Did you see it? Anything, or did he come back to the bench?
No, there was a moment he was going up and down the court. I think it was a quick turn, and then I just saw him pause for a second. I looked at him, just try to see where he was with it, and then he just, you know, I got him out of there before anything changed.
You guys play pretty physical brand of defense, and that hasn't been rewarded so far in the NBA league-wide, like we talked about. Do you think that's something that throughout the course of the season it sort of levels out, like a point of emphasis with officiating, or do you just tell your players to just keep playing the way that you've been teaching them defense?
Well, we got to be smarter. I think that's the part. That's a big portion of it too. Understanding we are a physical team, but we got to be smart how we're physical, where we're grabbing, where we're touching guys. A lot of those things they happen in the lane. When those guys go up, you got to make sure you're showing your hands. I'm screaming it on the sideline. We got to make sure we're communicating that with our guys. When they break that three-point line in that plane, we've got to be able to show our hands.
Jamal, we had to play stretches without Powell last season. When a guy like Des in the lineup, he can also score and command gravity. You know, when he's out there, you know, how much of an advantage is that to have this?
I mean, it is an advantage. I mean, understanding who he is. He's a guy that has been making plays for a long time. He's played point. He played point in college. He did it when Ja was out in Memphis. And I think he's able to make plays down the stretch. And that's what he's comfortable doing. That's what he's capable of doing. And our guys trust him to know he's going to make the right play.
Jamal, this team was also part of the reason they were scoring so many Knicks. Part of the reason they were scoring so much was just their work on the offensive boards. Helping attack tonight, which is a pretty good number for pulling them off and then Mitchell Robinson plays. What do you feel like is the trick to keeping a team that crashes the way they do, like that high side crashing?
Detailed fundamentals. It's very simple. When that shot goes up, you don't watch the ball. You go find a body, you put a body on them, you hit them, and then you go pursue the rebound. Now, obviously, they shoot a lot of threes, so it's long shots and long rebounds, so you don't want to get pushed underneath the basket. So you've got to circle that free throw line area and find the guys on the three-point line so they're not flying in. You've got to make contact first before you allow them to get you inside the line.
With the way that like so many teams are crashing the boards in that way, like the high side crashing and stuff where they're hitting you guys, you have to, the fundamentals of boxing out, is that any different now?
No, and I'll repeat it again. It's the same thing. You've got to, when the shot goes up, you don't watch the ball. You go turn and check to see if that man is flying in. You make contact with him, and then you've got to know where that ball's flying off, and then you go pursue it after you've cleared the box out. You don't just go chase the basketball. You've got to put your body on him and make sure that after that, once it's secured, then you can get out on the break.
What does it say about Franz? Slaps mask on and comes out and plays the way that he does?
It's Franz. You know, I think we've seen over time what a competitor he is, what a winner he is. That he's going to find his way to do it, to get the job done no matter what. There was a point in that third quarter, I think there might have been 2:30 or 3:30 left. He just told me, "I'm good," and that's who he is. That's what he is. He's about trying to find ways to win, doing the right thing throughout the game, just because how much he cares about winning and cares about his teammates.
Coach, this early in the season, it's hard to call anything like a statement win. Was there some component of this game that you can talk to your team about as saying this is kind of like a turning point, or this is something we can continue to do going forward to get where we want to go?
I said it to him in the locker room. It's our defense. It's our defense. This is a team that has been averaging, close to 130, and our ability to sit down and guard. It's not a statement. It's our process. If we can sit down and guard the right way every single night, trust the pass, share the ball, get out on the break and convert on the break, and do a better job defending without fouling, that's our process, and the result will take care of itself. But we've got to continue to focus on our process, and it starts on the defensive end of the floor.
Good?
It's been a tough team and a tough place to play. What did you like about your group's effort?
Together, I felt like we were together from the very beginning all the way through the end. Paulo obviously went down, and we suffered a little bit of adversity with that, and they made their run, but we stayed together and found a way to make plays when they mattered, get the stops when they mattered. Good collective team win.
They were averaging over 120-something points a game, over 130 for the last 4. What does it say about your defense that you were able to defend in such a fashion?
We've known that we can do it. We got to be consistent with it, night after night. And obviously having Jay Suggs back in the lineup tonight obviously helps. But down the board, you look at a guy like Jonathan Isaac and what he's been able to bring. Coming off the bench, Anthony Black's point of attack, Goga, Wendell, Paulo's rim protection been great. Boogie does what he does. So we got a lot of guys that take pride on that end of the floor.
Flo broke part of his nose last game. What does it say about him to slap a mask on and come out and perform the way he did tonight?
Yeah, we know that about Boog. That's who he is, man. He's himself. Rain or shine, it don't matter. He's gonna do what he do.
We talked about the kind of momentum that your shot could have. Compare that with the win over the Knicks in this place. Just how much momentum can that create for you guys going back on this program?
We're trending in the right direction. Over our last 7, I think we're 5-2 and playing better basketball. It takes time. It's new for everybody, so trying to get this thing to come together, and I think that we're headed in the right direction. Keep trusting our habits and what we're doing, and enjoy the journey.
Good. This group was undefeated at home prior to this matchup. What does it say about your group's fight tonight that you're able to come out with?
I think we just did a good job. I think we showed growth in a lot of areas. Like you said, playing on the road against a team that hasn't lost, I think we did a good job withstanding their runs and just staying poised, staying together. And we were able to get a lead early and keep the lead. So it was a good step of improvement for us.
They were averaging over 120 points per game, over 130 in their last 4. For your group to step up the way it did defensively tonight, is that something that you guys really need to make your calling card?
Yeah, defense has been our calling card since I came here. So I think that's what leads to a lot of our wins and even a lot of our offensive success. So I think the more we keep getting into the ball, being physical, creating turnovers, I think that'll keep leading to better offensive performances and just a better vibe and just a better feel out there for sure.
About Franz, who breaks his nose last night, slaps on his ass, and hasn't kept performance.
It's broke? Well, yeah. Well, obviously, he's really tough. He was able to finish that game where he got hit in the nose, so that shows a sign of toughness. It was obviously bothering him, but he stuck with it, and he was able to come out tonight in the mask and do his thing. Not a beat miss, not a no step behind. He came out. He was aggressive. He attacked. He got into the paint same way, and he's just a really tough player. And he helped us get a win today.
Good play stretches without Paulo last. Now have another additional scoring punch like Des in the lineup. How much does he help? Full additional gravity, especially in the moments without the
A lot. Des gets downhill really well. We joke around and say we need him shooting some of those shots that he's attacking, but he just does such a good job getting into the paint. He's so fast getting past his man that it just makes it easy for the other dudes to play off of him. And, he's averaging a lot of assists. He's getting into the paint, making plays. So you add that on top of his scoring ability, and it's just really helping our offense out for sure.
feel like you have a good way of what they have going right now, coming off Dez's shot and getting a little.
For sure. You always take 2 wins in a row. Obviously, the buzzer beater was good for us, and I think it brought a little spark. And today we were able to carry that with us on the road, in front of a lot of people in a hostile environment, and get the dub. So we definitely we 2 in a row. We got to do a good job at home and try to make it 3 in a row.
Coming into tonight, the Knicks gave up a lot of threes and gave up a high percentage of shots from behind the arc. You obviously shot well tonight. You guys, put up more shots from deep than you usually do. Was that something you guys kind of stressed coming into the game, that you knew you were going to get those opportunities?
For sure. They give up the most threes in the NBA, and they got one of the lowest percentages and give up the least amount of looks at the rim. So we know they pack the paint a lot, and part of the game plan was just being ready to shoot and being able and willing to make the right play. So to answer your question, yeah, it was part of the game plan. I think we did a good job executing, stepping into our shots with confidence.
Do you think that's an area where, as you guys go on in the future, you guys get a ton of points in the paint, but do you think there's still room for you guys to grow, hitting shots from behind the arc too?
For sure. It's still what, 11, 12 games in, so we're still trying to figure out playing with each other. It looks a little different. Rotations are a little different, so I think as we're finding out where to be on the floor, we're getting better looks and we're figuring out how to convert. So I think it'll just keep getting better and better. Dudes are starting to find their rhythm, their confidence. So I think if we can keep that going, we'll start to make more shots.